Welcome back to the Precision Sports Review Podcast. I'm your host, Brady. Co-host here, Isaac. Today we're going to be doing things a little bit different. Week 5 of the NFL season on its come up, and we're going to be going through what we believe a little draft of the most overhyped teams and the most sleeper teams in the season in the league right now. And Isaac, right now with the overall first pick in the most overhyped draft, what team do you got here?
Yeah, so number one overall overhyped team for me is the Tennessee Titans.
Wow.
Yep. 3-0, I know, but they've had some close games against some teams that are clearly inferior to them. And I think with a tough schedule coming up with the Bills, and especially if they make it further on to the playoffs, the Patriots, the Chiefs, the Ravens, teams like that, I don't think they hold their own with those people. And I don't think they're going to be an AFC title contender like some people think. So I have the Titans as the most overhyped team.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you on that one. Titans, really a lot of close games against like the Broncos, the Vikings, another really bad team. And
Oh, okay.
No. Okay, it was a joke.
Seahawks this week.
Yeah, we'll see. But so my next pick, second overall, overhyped team, I'm going to have to go with the 49ers.
Okay.
Coming off of a Super Bowl appearance, week 1 before they were hit by all the injuries, they lost to the Cardinals.
Cardinals are a good team.
But they're also 2-2 now.
It's true.
And I just don't see them making playoffs with that hard division, and I really don't see them really performing the same standard defensively. They aren't there. Offensively, with the injuries, I think it's going to be a hard time getting these wins, especially after the upset against the Eagles. After the Eagles upset them, I just don't think they make playoffs this year. I think they're going on a downhill run here.
Okay.
Next pick, Isaac.
Yeah, number 3 pick here, and I think this is a controversial one, but I have the Buccaneers.
The Buccaneers?
I have the Bucs.
I disagree so hard.
Overhyped team.
Okay.
Yeah, I know Tom Brady kind of got into his groove this past week, but
5 TDs.
5 TDs, but people are realistically saying the Bucs could go to the Super Bowl, which I think is overhyped. I don't see them beating Seattle Seahawks. I don't see them beating the Packers. I don't see them beating even the Saints, who beat them week 1. I don't know if they have what it takes to even beat the Saints, who are 2-2. I think the Bucs have gotten wins against teams that are clearly worse than they are. So I think the Bucs are just a little bit too overhyped. They're a good team, but they're too overhyped as of right now. But I still think they're a good team. They can make the playoffs, but they're a little bit overhyped.
Yeah, also a really scary game against the Chargers there.
Exactly. Yep.
Could have lost that one easy. All right, my next overhyped team, I'm going to have to go with the Ravens.
No.
Yes,
way.
I did.
Ravens?
The Ravens. And here's why, okay? The Ravens really have struggled with a great passing offense. We saw that against the Chiefs. We also seen that if Lamar is pushed to throw the ball in big play scenarios, he cannot hit it consistently.
Yeah.
And if your quarterback cannot throw the ball, when you have to come back in a game, if your quarterback cannot hit big play throws, you're not going to win the game. You're not going to go far.
It's true.
Especially also if your defense can't be that great against past teams. And I just don't think... I do think they make playoffs due to their... They are a good team, but I think they're overhyped. I think they lose first-round playoffs. Just kind of same thing like last year. People didn't expect it, and I think once they reach a higher caliber team, they don't deliver like what happened with the Chiefs. Quite embarrassing. All right, your next pick, your last pick for the most overhyped team. What do you got?
Yeah, my last pick, because I don't know if you mentioned, but we each get 3 picks in this draft style. So my last pick is the Carolina Panthers.
Wow.
Yeah. I know they're 2-0 since McCaffrey's been out. They've had some good wins. But on the power rankings that I'm looking at, they shot up 9 spots in a week, which I think is a little bit of an overreaction. I think they had 2 good wins against some teams that the Panthers should have the caliber to compete with. But when they start playing better teams, I don't think they're going to be able to get it done, and I think people are just overreacting just a little bit on the Panthers' success, and I think they regress in these next couple weeks.
Wow. I was thinking about putting Panthers as a sleeper team.
No, I think they're overhyped. I really do.
Wow, I can see what you're saying. I do. But this pick is going to blow you out of the water. Okay, ready for this?
Yep.
The Saints.
Dude, no.
Saints don't make playoffs this year.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I said it.
Okay.
I said it.
Okay.
They don't. Okay, if you have the Rams, the Seahawks, tons of other teams that I could see making playoffs that pass the Saints. Like I could see the Cardinals going into the playoffs. I could see the Vikings going into the playoffs, and knocking out Saints from that spot. I could see the Bucks winning the division. I don't see Saints making playoffs. Here's why: offensively, they have not been up to the standard. I know that they didn't have Michael Thomas these past few weeks, but even when Michael Thomas was in, that offense struggled against a Bucks defense that was not great.
But they beat the Bucks, didn't they?
They did. They did.
Mm-hmm.
Next week's, they lose to the Raiders.
I guess.
They almost lose to the Lions. Their defense is not good enough to... I understand that their offense is great, but their defense isn't good enough to keep the offense... The points allowed enough for the offense to win the game. You just see that in the Lions game, allowed 39 points for the Lions offense.
Yep.
That is absurd for such a low caliber team, and I just don't think they're going to be able to pull it out this year.
Okay.
So those are our overall picks for the overhyped teams.
Yes.
Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the chat about our picks. Who won? Who won the draft? All right, our next draft, sleeper teams on season. I get the first overall pick.
Yes, Brady. What do you got?
I got the Colts.
The Colts. I knew you love the Colts.
I have to.
Yourself
Okay,
the
you
Colts.
can't.
Yeah.
You cannot. I think Colts make at least AFC playoff championship.
AFC championship game.
AFC championship game. They
That's
win the
bold.
division.
That's
Okay.
bold.
Just think about it. They have Jonathan Taylor, who is an above-average running back.
Yep.
They have Phillip Rivers, who is an above-average quarterback. They have a really good defense and a great O-line.
Stellar defense, yeah.
Like, this is a team, and their coach is amazing. He's been building this team for a few years. I just would not be surprised if they go to the AFC Championship, if not Super Bowl. This is a Super Bowl caliber team, and I really do believe they should be 4-0. They kind of tweaked their first game, but that was still everybody getting used to the new system, and I just believe this team is, like, they're going places.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your sleeper team?
The first sleeper team I have is the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
They had some good games, beat the Saints, kept it close with the Bills, kept it close with the Patriots for some of the game.
Yeah.
Kind of fell off towards the end. But I think they've looked really good, actually. And they just got to cut out some mistakes and just tidy up their football a little bit, and they could make a playoff push.
Wow, playoffs.
I not even go far in the playoffs. They could lose first round. They could not even make the playoffs, but they do push for that wild card spot. Okay. Especially with another wild card spot added this year, I could see them sneaking in at that seventh spot. So I think the Raiders are a pretty good sleeper team going the rest of the season.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you. With Derek Carr, Josh Jacobs, two really good offensive weapons.
Is an underrated quarterback.
Derek Carr is a sleeper quarterback for a sleeper team. Exactly. That is a good pick.
Exactly.
My next sleeper team is I'm going to have to go with the Eagles.
Okay, I would agree with you on that one.
The Eagles, their defensive line is amazing. They had 18 hits on Joe Burrow that week.
They did.
They can get to the quarterback. They made the rookie quarterback. I know they switched between two of the 49ers.
Yeah, Mullins and Beathard. Yeah.
Yeah. They made them throw bad balls. I don't know what I'll say. But they really set pressure on the quarterback, and that's how you really swing a game.
Sure.
Also, Carson Wentz has just had super unfortunate first few games.
Yeah.
And he really showed what caliber of quarterback he is and what he can be in that 49ers game. I just do believe in this team. Miles Sanders, also a pretty good running back. This team could do it. Their center, one of the best in the league. This team, I do believe wins the division.
Okay.
And they go playoffs for sure, obviously, if they win the division.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, what's your next pick?
My next pick is the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they've looked good.
Mm-hmm.
They've just had some real defensive lapse and even some offensive lapses too. They get up and then they just start choking, and I really don't know what it is, but I think I don't think they'll make the playoffs. I'll say that as much, but I don't think they're going to be as bad as a lot of people think, and I think they can hit that 7-9 kind of range. They're 1-3 right now, but they've put up some good showings, and I think their offense with Matthew Stafford, and they've got a couple good receivers, are Galladay, and other players like that who I think can contribute to the team very well. And their defense it's average. I don't know. So they're not the greatest sleeper team,
But they're not like one of the worst teams.
but they're not one of the worst teams in the league like people think they
1-3.
are. Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Yeah, I would agree. Stafford is a great quarterback. Yeah, this team, they put up a showing against Saints. I would agree with that statement. All right, for my last pick for the most underrated team, so I'm going to have to go with the Chargers.
Okay.
The Chargers are they pushed into OT against that Chiefs team, which is like the only close game we've seen against the Chiefs because they've just been offensively dominant. That Chargers defense, I've said since week 1, is probably one of the best in the league, and they showed it. And they also showed Tom Brady that, hey, we have a good defense. Picked him off not week 1, but first half.
Yep.
6 points on the board for a defense is moving, game-changing plays. And this defense can make those plays. Also, Justin Herbert, he's kind of a baller. Let's be real.
Looked good.
He's been looking good. He's got that grit, kind of that Josh Allen feel. Like, he's got the grit. Sometimes he'll just run through some people. He can make some throws. Very good rookie quarterback, I do believe. Eckler obviously got hurt, but he will be back later in the season. Couple 4 to 6 weeks, I believe.
I think so, yep.
And he's also a star running back. Mm-hmm. And they could have beat the Panthers if they did not screw up that last little trick play.
Yeah.
He was wide open. They just missed the toss. And they should have also beat the Bucs if that guy didn't fumble on the line. This is a team that has the talent and has proven they have the talent. They just hasn't been able to execute, and I think they will start executing as the season goes on.
Yeah. So my last pick, couple teams I was deciding between. The Saints were one of them.
Mm-hmm.
The Cardinals and the Vikings. But I don't want to show any bias to that Vikings like that, even though I do think they're good. So I'm going to go with the Cardinals. From the beginning of the season, you know this, I've been a firm believer in the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's true.
I really do think they make the playoffs, and I think they could surprise some people. And going 2-2, losing these past 2 weeks, were they 2-0?
I think, yeah.
I think they've lost past 2 weeks or something like that. And it's just been, Kyler Murray's had some sloppy football through 3 interceptions the other week. And I think their defense needs some work. They're a little sloppy on defense, but they have the talent, and I think that they've just had a bad couple of weeks, and I really do think they bounce back, and I think their defense gets it together. I think Kyler Murray makes some big plays, and I think DeAndre Hopkins, I think he's fully healthy now, coming off of an ankle injury, and I think having him back full strength is going to help them a lot. So I really do think the Cardinals could push the Seahawks for that division, and I think for sure make that wild card spot.
Yeah, I would agree. I think this is actually a good sleeper pick because they were kind of hyped coming in the season, but after those 2 losses against not so great teams like the Lions, kind of like made people question them.
Yep.
And you're saying they're going to come out and they're going to keep going. They're going to bounce back.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So yeah, that's our sleeper picks, our draft. Let us know who did better in the chat. We're also going to post our pick'ems on here, probably a link, or I might just show it on the video. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Isaac, anything you want to say to the peeps?
I don't think so. Just make sure to let Brady know that I won the draft, both drafts, and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I think I won. Oh, all right. Anyways, see ya. Have a good one. Enjoy the football. Peace.